Hey guys, Jordan here. I've got the 2007 Subaru Forester right here. And today we're going to be doing an oil change on this car. So I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to need to do this oil change. So today we're going to be doing the Mobil 1 annual protection oil system. So basically this gives you oil change intervals between the time you have to change your oil between 20,000 miles or 1 year. So this is great stuff. It's a little bit more expensive, but for those of you that drive a lot or don't want to be changing your oil consistently, this is the oil for you. Highly recommend it. Use it on all my vehicles. Not sponsored by any way. So before we get started, this Subaru is a 5.1 quarts of oil that this requires for this car. It's a 2015, what I am working on. So this is 5 quarts plus the other one to use a little bit from here. And then here's the filter that you're going to need to use for that, for this car in specific. Here is a little oil funnel, which you can you put when we're going to remove the cap. You're going to need a wrench and a 17 millimeter socket or open-ended wrench to get the bolt off. First thing we're going to start with is pop the socket on your wrench. Then we're going to make sure it is in loosening mode, and I can assure that it is in loosening mode right now. We're going to take our oil pan, which we're also going to need to drain the oil into. So we're going to put that under here. And now the next step is I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to be loosening to get the oil drained. So we're going to start by taking the wrench, and you'll notice this ovaled out hole at the bottom, and you'll see that bolt. Now that is the bolt to loosen and change and get the oil to flow out. So I'm going to put my wrench up against that, make sure that my pan is going to start catching that oil when it comes out. Remember, this has been sitting for a little bit. Make sure you do not change your oil when it's hot. You see I just cracked it loose. Now once you crack it loose, you're going to want to spin the bolt with your finger. I normally do it like this. And then try to stay out of the way, because once it starts flowing, you're going to just want to let the bolt drop in to that oil. So once it pops off any second, it's dripping, and there we go. Nice hot oil, and that is flowing. Let all of it empty out, just like so. And you'll notice the stream will start to change, so you're going to want to follow the bucket with it too, so it doesn't slip off the side. Then we will come up here and remove our oil filter right here. So we will remove this filter. Like so. And then to help drain everything, we will also be...
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Are you talking to yourself?
No, I'm talking to the camera.
Oh.
Then we're going to remove this cap right here to let air pass through.
Howdy.
Howdy. Next thing you're going to want to do is wipe this area right here. Now you're going to take a rag and just wipe off right here. And just clean up all the oil residue that came out. Just prepare that surface because it gets all greasy after you remove it. You're gonna so clean that off, and then you're gonna want to wait about 15 minutes for that right down there, your oil to stop dripping, just to make sure that you have no more oil in that engine. And then we will start the next procedure, part 2, of putting the oil back in. Alright, once you have drained all of your oil, now it's time to refill it with some new oil. So I've taken one of the cloths and I've wiped off the bolts. Here's a crush washer right here. So now we're going to install this stuff. So I'm just going to put the bolt and the crush washer on. Just like so. And then come underneath. You'll notice it's slowly dripping now. Nothing crazy. I'm going to feel out that hole where I showed you. And then put that bolt in just to stop the oil from dripping. So we're going to tighten that up. And then I can move the oil pan out of the way. So then we'll take our 17mm wrench right here, put that on the bolt, and you don't want to go super tight, but you'll just want to just snug it down. You'll want to also crush the crush washer, so you'll feel where it starts to snug up, where it gets noticeably tighter, and then just one little snug is then we have our Mobile 1 filter right here. So I'm going to open this up. Then we're going to pull this old oil. Show you what we're going to do. So dip your finger into the oil, and then this rubber ring, you want to oil that up so you don't have what's called a dry seal. So you want to make sure that rubber gasket is nice and clean with oil, and then it's oil. And then you got this right here. So this is where your filter is going to screw down onto. So we're going to bolt the canister into where the old one was. We unscrewed it. So just snug it down. So you're not trying to kill it, but I mean a decent amount of force, just like that. Then we're going to take our little funnel, put it in where we undid the cap. Now we're going to open up our 1 quart of oil, or our 5 quarts of 0W20 right here. You'll also be able to tell what type of oil your car uses because it will state right on the cap. And then we'll just poke that through, turn it off, and then we'll start the pouring. So just pour all this in. And the other one is a 1 quart, so we're going to pour about just over a tenth of it in because it's 5.1, but we'll put a little extra just to be generous. So you'll see I'm just generously pouring it in, don't dump it in, or else it will start to try to overflow. So once this is all done, we'll grab the other one, we push this up. So this one is finished. Now we will grab our other one, which same type of oil, but it's only 1 quart right here. So we're gonna look at it And I'm going to drain it about, roughly to here. About 0.1, 0.2. There we go. Now afterwards, we're going to come over to this area right here where the dipstick is. This yellow one. You're going to wipe this off. Clean. And you'll notice there's two little bubbles here. This bubble, that bubble, and that bubble. And you're going to dip it in really fast. So I'll show you the speed to do. And you'll want to see if oil is on there. Now it normally takes, I normally give it about 30 minutes to let the oil all settle down from where you drained it. I can actually tell that it is definitely filled in, so we do have enough oil in the car. And we'll put this back in. Alright, once you've filled up your car with oil, you'll want to check for miscellaneous stuff you forgot under the hood. Come over. Turn the key. Note this mileage right down there. What mileage you have. Start the car. Let it run for about 10 to 15 seconds just to get all the oil throughout the engine. And then once that has happened, you'll then turn it off. And then you will come over and check the dipstick. Wipe it first. And confirm you have good oil, which we do. You'll want to let the engine normally sit for a few minutes before checking it. Afterwards, let it run if you want to be safe for a bit, and look underneath, make sure that you have no leaks, that there's no leaks around here. After that, you should be good. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please check out my other videos. I hope this video was helpful to you, and have fun fixing your car. Have a great day.